Hey, folks, welcome to the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network podcast. I'm your host, Lewis Carlin. We're heard right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Thanks for joining me today. And if you already subscribed to our YouTube channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if you don't subscribe, please, we have a lot of great content on there. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Okay, New Japan Pro Wrestling, the road to Dontaku Night 8 has come and gone, and we had one hell of a championship match main event as the Never Openweight six-man tag team championship was on the line as the champions Hashi, Tomohiro Ishii, Hirooki Goto defended the titles against Taiji Ishimori, Yujiro Takahashi, and Kenta. So it's basically Chaos versus Bullet Club. And what a main event this was, man. They started a little slow. I got a little nervous. I was like, uh-oh, this is not the match I thought it was going to be. But man, oh man, they kicked it into high gear. And this was one hell of a main event. That last 5 minutes of this match was just fantastic. The suspense, so many near falls. I was on the edge of my seat. Were the champs going to retain? Were they going to lose the titles? Man, this match was just fantastic. It was a great main event. Ishimori and Takahashi went at it for a bit. Actually, we had Goto and Ishimori. Actually, Bullet Club had Goto. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but Bullet Club had Goto in trouble in the beginning, and Goto needed to get a tag, and he wasn't able to, and they were doing a number on Goto until he hit a clothesline on Takahashi that just almost took his head off, and he was able to tag at Ishii, and Ishii came in. He took out everybody as the crowd was clapping. Ishii and Takahashi, as I stated a little earlier, before when I was getting ahead of myself, Ishii and Takahashi, they had a nice little go until they tagged in HASHI and YOSHI and Kenta, and they went at it for a bit, and Hashi, Ishii, and Goto, at one point during the match, they hit some huge moves in succession on Kenta. They got a near fall there. Actually, Takahashi had to jump in to make the save there. Kenta brings in the staff during the match, the bow staff that belongs to Yoshihashi, and he lays out Ishii. I mean, he nailed Ishii with that staff. Then Ishimori got a near fall on Goto. I thought he was going to get him there, but almost did. And then the last 5 minutes, as I said, man, the last 5 minutes was just fantastic. At one point, Hashi and Kenta battle for the staff, and Hashi wins and lays them out with it. And down the stretch, man, just tremendous action down the stretch. Ishimori, I know, got a really super near fall on Goto. I thought they were going to have it again there. Again, I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know what's going to happen. But Goto finally, he hits his finisher on Ishimori, and he wins it for his team. So they retain. Hashi, Tomohiro Ishii, Hirooki Goto retain the Never Openweight six-man championship. And man, oh man, like I said, this was a great main event. Great main event. And to make things even better, I know everybody's wondering if it happened. Hashi got his staff back. So, all right. Thumbs up to Yoshihashi. Hashi got his staff back, so all is good. Kenta had the staff outside. He was holding it, and Yoshihashi just ripped it out of his hands, and the staff is now safe with Yoshihashi, as are the Never Openweight six-man titles. Yoshihashi, Ishii, Goto retain. Okay, also on this show, we had another United Empire versus LIJ war. It was Bushi, Sanada, Tetsuya Naito, Shingo Takagi against the IWGP Heavyweight Champion Will Ospreay, Aaron Henare, Jeff Cobb, and Great Khan. And I'm thinking, man, is Bushi going to take another tour of the islands? He took a few of them, and I'm thinking, is Bushi going to take another tour of the islands? I know one thing. I knew Bushi was most likely going to take the pinfall, because I know they're building up United Empire to make them legit challengers, because we have those three huge one-on-one matches coming up, Naito versus Khan, Hanare versus Sonata, and of course Osprey versus Takahashi. So we have a number of one-on-one matches. So they're building up United Empire. This was a good preview of those one-on-one matches. Um, Naito in the beginning. Actually, Naito reveals that he's wearing a Great Okan T-shirt, which was quite funny. And Naito is having too much fun with Kaito's, not Kaito, with Khan's ponytail. It's it's grabs the ponytail, leads him around the ring with it, and he's having too much fun with it, which is a good spot as well. But this was a good match. It was a good match with very good down the stretch action again, as it was as the last match had. And but when all said and is done, the United Empire actually won. Great Okan hit the claw finisher on Bushi for the win. Poor Bushi taking another loss, but it made sense. Like I said, it makes sense having United Empire win again because, as I said, the one-on-one matches are coming. I think the one-on-one matches are in the one-on-one matches. I think Sonata is going to beat Hanare, and I think Naito is going to beat Okan, and of course Osprey is going to retain against Takahashi. That's how I'm seeing it. I wouldn't be surprised though if Hanare wins, but I think it's going to go that way. I think they're getting their big wins now. The United Empire are getting their big wins now, and LIJ will get their revenge in two of the one-on-one matches. I don't see Naito losing to Okan, and I can see Sonata losing to Hanare because I know they want to build up Hanare. Hanare is going to be just an absolute megastar. And I could see, I wouldn't be surprised if Hanare gets a victory there, but I'd be a little surprised if Okan beats Naito. I think Naito's gonna make Khan look good in that match. But I'd be very surprised if Khan beats Naito in the one-on-one match. But I'm looking forward. I think Naito and Khan and Hanare and Sonata are April 26th, and of course May 4th is Osprey defending against Shingo Takahashi. But as of right now, United Empire, they're winning the war. They're winning the war against LIJ. Man, this was a good match. It was a good preview, good preview of those one-on-one matches, as I said. Another match we had a lot of repeat matches. We had two repeat matches. The first match, Tomoaki Hanma, Sho and Yo against Minoru Suzuki, El Desperado, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Got this match again. I know the last show we got some fresh matches, but they're back giving us the same match again. And Desperado and Yo starts, and Yo gets the better of Desperado. It was a good mix up between the two. I know they have their El Desperado, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, will be defending against Yo on an upcoming show. I think it's May 3rd, where he's defending against him. So it was good to see them get a little in-ring action, get a little preview of that match. But Yo's leg came into play. Yo's hurt leg came into play again. I think that leg is going to cause him to lose the match, Desperado. I don't think he's going to beat Desperado. I think Desperado is going to slap on his finisher and make Yo tap out in that match. But yeah, I'm going to do a full preview of the shows, and I'll give you my full predictions. But I think that's why they're doing the storyline with the leg. So they worked on his leg throughout. Then Hanma and Suzuki got into it for a bit. They had a slap exchange, which was pretty cool. They slapped the hell out of each other for about 1 or 2 minutes. And it was a good opener. Kanemaru wins the match for his team. He rolls up Sho. Sho was attempting to hit his finisher, but Kanemaru kind of got out of it and rolled Sho up for the victory. Got the 3 counts. So Minoru Suzuki, El Desperado, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru win the match, to win the opener. It was a decent match. And then the second match, we got another repeat. Zack Sabre Jr., Dookie, and or is it Doki? I think it's Doki, actually. I think it's Dookie. So it's a Zack Sabre Jr., Doki, and Taichi against Tamatanga, Tangaloa, and Jado. And the end came. It was a decent match. It was an okay match. The end came when Tangaloa powered out of Zack Sabre Jr.'s Octopus for the win. He pins Zack Sabre Jr. and then Tangaloa grabs a mic and he says that he knows that Zack Sabre Jr. and Taichi want a tag team title match, and the only way that they can get this is if Zack Sabre Jr. can beat Tangaloa in a one-on-one match, fair and square. So that's the only way they're going to get a title match. And if Zack Sabre Jr. loses, the other stipulation is they can never ask for another title shot. So it's fair. It's safe to say that Zack Sabre Jr. is going to win that match against Tanga Loa. And after the match, Taichi came in and they took out Taichi with a magic killer. But the winners, Tamatanga, Tangaloa, and Jado. Jado was actually, he had this cane and he actually beat Doki down with the cane after the match was over as well. So we'll see. I'm not sure when that one-on-one match is. I think it's coming up in. I think it's next week. The one-on-one match between Tagaloa and Zack Sabre Jr. I don't know if they announced the date yet, but I believe it's next week. I could be mistaken. And match 3, the final match to discuss, was just awful. I'm sorry, it was just awful. Just awful. It was Hiroshi Tanahashi and Toriano against Evil and Gato. And the match is going on, and Toriano, as I've stated, is my least favorite New Japan wrestler, New Japan Pro Wrestling wrestler. He did his shtick. He got the hood. It did his whole shtick. But the match ended when Gato hit Tanahashi with brass knuckles. The referee disqualified them, and then Evil took Toriano, who was the holder of the KOPW trophy. That trophy is actually on the line in the upcoming match between Yano and Evil. He took the trophy and he spray painted it black, puts it in the middle of the ring, and Yano sees it because Yano had the hood on. They got the hood on Yano. Takes the hood off, the black hood, and he sees the black trophy, and he starts to cry because the trophy is black. I'm sorry, this was terrible. This was awful. I didn't like this at all. But so Yano and Tanahashi win the match. There's no build between Tanahashi and Jay White. I think I heard that somebody told me that Jay White's he was in the States and he's quarantining. He's in quarantine now since he came back to Japan. That's why he's not on the show. But it would have been nice to have seen Tanahashi and Jay White go at it to build towards their one-on-one match. That's I believe May 4th. But can't always get what you want. And this was just bad. I feel bad for Tanahashi. Tanahashi is better than this, and he shouldn't have been involved with this. And Yano crying because his little trophy was spray painted black was just terrible, just bad. So this was by far the worst match on the show. So there you go. We have some more Road to Dontaku shows coming up. Not everyone is going to be televised. I'm going to try to get to as many as I can. I might have to miss one or two because I might be working, but try to get to as many as I can and report and review as many as I can. And I also have my previews for the Road to Dontaku shows that are coming up May 3rd and May 4th. So I have my previews for that as well. That's coming up. So I'm going to do my best to keep the New Japan Pro Wrestling reviews and news coming along. And on that note, I'm going to say thank you very much for listening to me today. I am Lewis Carlin. This is the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. And until next time, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye. Stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye-bye.